There are a lot of ways to tell if your partner is attracted to children. And in this video, I'm going to tell you guys a lot of signs that my mom overlooked or just did not see.
Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. It's your host, the London Lamborghini, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing a very sensitive topic. So massive trigger warning. If you have a tendency to get triggered, please click off this video. I do not want to upset anyone. However, if you can stomach it, I think this is a very pertinent, imperative, crucial conversation that we as a community, collective, humanity, planet, global consensus need to have so that we can save these damn babies. Without talking too much, let's get into the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
There are a lot of ways to tell if your partner is attracted to children. And in this video, I'm going to tell you guys a lot of signs that my mom overlooked or just did not see. The first indicator would be definitely trying to get your children alone and away from you. For example, my mom's ex, whatever, would often seek a lot of times to get us away from her by sending her to the store, sending her to run errands, offering to watch us for her while she went to work, or, just things like that. I feel like these are normal things to do. Say you have a husband, or, you have years and years and years into knowing someone, but these are definitely red flags for people you just met, or people who barely know you or your children, just huge red flags. Another indicator would be a man who was not interested in you until he learned that you had children. So say you have been interested in this man since, I guess teenage years, or you knew this man since childhood, and he never paid you any kind of attention, but he found out that you are the mother of a daughter or the mother of a young son, and he somehow has this attraction to you. No, he does not want to help you because you're a single mother. No, he does not find your motherhood just attractive. He is attracted to your children. He wants to get closer to your children. Another indicator is the marks and the comments they make on your children. So say you have, and I've seen this a lot, I've seen this one here a lot, and it doesn't just come from men. And one thing I'm going to say, I'm going to just play devil's advocate here. Predators aren't always male. Women can definitely be predators too. Women can definitely be attracted to children as well. I hate to say it, but it's very true. But this one is the comments that they make on your children. Often overlooked, but huge red flags. These comments can start anywhere from, oh, she's going to look amazing when she gets older, or, oh, I can just imagine how pretty she's going to look when she turns 15, 16, or I can just imagine how gorgeous she's going to be when she gets your age. She's going to look just like you. Nobody in their right mind is going to be looking at a 2-year-old, 3-year-old and imagining how good she's going to look when she's 15, 16. Still a minor, by the way. It's just fucking weird. And I've heard men and women make these comments, and it's fucking weird. Another huge red flag is how the extent they go to have small children sit on their laps. This is the biggest red flag. There's no way in hell that a child should be sitting on any grown person's lap, unless it's their mom, auntie, something like that. The grandma. There's no reason why a small child should be, especially a man, should be sitting on a man's lap. Uncle, cousin, I don't give a damn. Should no small child be sitting on any man's lap. And any man that goes out of his way to make sure that this child sits on his lap, like little small things, you notice how often like he does these things, which I've seen this in family a lot, especially with my mom's friends' family. They make excuses for this weird ass behavior, especially from the older men in that family. But it's like, that is the biggest indicator that man is attracted to children. Don't fucking allow it. Speak up for these babies. Even if you have women, we are blessed with this thing called a woman's intuition. Even if you feel it, act on it. What's the worst case scenario? You're wrong? Okay, at least you're saving your child. Just do something. Like, what the fuck be wrong with y'all? So this is part 2 on how to tell if your partner is attracted to children. The first video caught a lot of attention, especially for single mothers and single fathers. But this one, here we go. Another thing to look out for is how often they are trying to change their diapers. This one specifically is for toddlers and small infants. There should be no anxiousness or no reason to be so eager for them to want to change their diapers. Any normal man, any normal mother knows that there is nothing fun or nothing that you should want to change a baby's diapers about. That's probably, like, not going to say the worst part of your day, but nobody in their right mind is waiting to change a baby's diaper. It's something that you have to do, yes, but there's so much better things to do in your day than change a baby or change their diaper. So if they're anxious about this, or if they're consistently offering to do this, red flag. Another thing to look out for, and this applies to all age groups of children, is how much they're offering to bathe them or give them a bath. This is one of the biggest red flags. If this does not set off alarms in your head, what do you have children for? There should be no reason anybody is eager or anxious to bathe a child. There's This third reason also applies to all age groups of children as well. It is how often you catch them looking at your children. Now, it's one thing to be in awe of your child. It's one thing to look at a child and just see pure joy and happiness, but it's another thing to admire them. It's a whole other ballgame. It is weird. It definitely shows that they are attracted to children, and it's one of the hardest things to miss. You can definitely tell the difference between someone seeing the innocence in a child, the peace and joy in a child, and seeing someone getting off to looking at a child. There is a big difference. It is a huge fucking difference. It is a big difference, and this one is not hard to miss whatsoever. There are some things that can easily be misconstrued. Okay, like maybe I was tripping. It's better to be safe than sorry. But this one, no ma'am, no ham, no fucking turkey. How to tell if they're attracted to children, part 3. Every time you guys ask, I'm going to deliver, especially about the babies. Another huge indicator would be favoritism. Do they show one child more attention than they do the others? And if they do, why do you think that is? You have to think, is there a certain reason why he's favoring this child more than the other ones? What's the reason for this weird relationship they have, especially if it's all of a sudden? Another thing is if they're overprotective. How overprotective are they being? Are they being super clingy for no reason, out of the blue? This is definitely another huge red flag, especially if it's happening out of nowhere. Huge red flag. Another big one, and I think this is probably one of the most important ones, is how often they seek to get them away from you and alone to themselves. This could go for taking them on a drive, taking them out to eat, taking them to the movies, just doing things and activities that only include them for a certain amount of time. Last but not least, where do they work? Do they work around children? A huge indicator would be working at a daycare, working at a school, just any type of environment that is around children. I hate to say it, but 90% of the people in those workplaces with children are predators. Of course, these aren't the only things. These are just very, very, very big indicators, and this goes for men and women.
So if a man needs multiple women, at what point will he be fulfilled? Because Diddy had billions and he could take care of multiple families, and he still was not fulfilled. And on top of that, he assaulted minors. So I don't care what y'all say. Polygamy in our community is another form of being a pedophile. And I stand on that. Same energy, just a different body. There are so many signs to tell if your partner is attracted to children. Now, my egg donor did seek out men with these signs because she was an abuser, but this video will help a mother and a father to keep their child safe. The first sign is that you will hear about this from someone else. My egg donor got with my sister's father knowing that his ex-girlfriend did let her know that he molested her 12-year-old daughter. At the time, I was only 6. And my egg donor dismissed it and said, no, that's not true. So if you hear from someone else, if you get a feeling, look that person up. I feel like we should do these things anyway when we're bringing these men around our children. Look this person up. Check the sex offender list. Ask that person the question. Ask them what happened. Another sign is that the predator will go above and beyond to discipline that child. They're wearing a mask to pretend like either they really don't like that child or they just trying to be a hero and keep some type of order. So my sister's father, for example, would always try to get me in trouble or tell her if I did something wrong so she can discipline me. Therefore, when she's hearing about this, even though again she knew, but now she can use this as, well, how could he be molesting you if he's telling me when you do something wrong? Do you see how that happens? How can they harm a child if they're telling you, hey, this child is actually doing wrong? They snuck out late last night. That's a sign. Another big one is that they want to be alone with the child when it comes to games. Of course, they will try to be alone with the child, but now it's like they want to play games where they can touch this child, right? Either it's the video game, the Xbox, something where they can sit close to them, always tickling them. My sister's father will always tickle me or turn the lights off and play games in the dark, right? That's another big one. Always wanting to play games in the dark. So that way when they grope you and grab you, it's like, oh, we're playing a game. It's just a game, right? That's a clear sign. They're trying to molest that child because they want to be alone. They're trying to play games with this child and have a game where as though they have access to touch this child's body. And here's another big one. They will bring up the reason as into why they entered that child's room the night before or whenever they did it, but they're going to bring it up before the child can mention it or before you mention it. Like, yeah, I went inside of such and such room because I was looking for my game. I was looking for my keys. I was looking for something. So I had to enter into their room. So they're covering their tracks to try to tell you. So that way, when something ever comes up, they have an alibi. Oh, don't you remember I told you I had to go in their room because I was looking for something, right? So pay attention, you guys. Keep your children safe. These predators, wait, I really do want to add though, they will act like they don't like the child either. I mentioned it, but I didn't go in detail. They will pretend like that child is so annoying. They will act like, I don't want to be alone with this child. I don't want to watch your child. Your child is just off the roof. They will act like that child is a menace to society. Behind closed doors though, they're molesting that child.
Oh my God, talking about this absolutely breaks my heart and turns my intestines inside out. It's so creepy and disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. But the more we raise awareness about it, the more we can shed a light on these demons, bring them to the light, decapitate them, and rid the world of this heinous, disgusting, and despicable crime. Disgusting. Ugh, makes my skin crawl. I thank God every day that I don't have to call myself a survivor of this kind of criminal act. I thank God. However, so many women, men, adults, family members are in my life that were violated, that have been victims, and it's just too many for me. That's too many. It's too many. That's too many. That's too many. Because once it comes into my physical vicinity, people I know, not just people online, that's where I draw the line. That's too much. That's where I draw the line. That's too many. And I love these people in my... How many people are keeping silent? That's even more disturbing. That's even more disturbing. How many people are keeping silent about what happened to them? This is something that has been weighing on my heart ever since the new trophy wife incident, ever since the new trophy wife situation. If you know, you know. If you don't, go through my other videos, go through my TikTok. I have a whole little commentary about the situation and how it completely broke me. I couldn't get out of bed for about 4 or 5 days after that situation because I didn't know that the world was that evil. I've had a very great childhood, very great upbringing, very sheltered, very privileged. And I didn't know that the world could be that evil. So I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out because these things that happen in the dark turn into businesses, the business of child trafficking. And that business only runs is because there is a demand for it, is because people's desires go unchecked. People in their sickness and their illness in the mind, it goes unchecked. These people are allowed to walk around thinking, justifying, rationalizing, making excuses as if to why their actions are okay. It's okay just to do it one off. It's okay just to do it like maybe 5 times. It's okay just to do it like maybe 10 times. Children are being violated and the damage that is being done is irreparable. I can't even imagine what it's like to experience something like that and carry it with you through your life. How do you even spiritually and emotionally overcome shit like that? I don't know. So if you've done it, please share your story in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I think more survivors coming out does so much more good in the world. But I can do something about it. I can use my voice and use my platform to help people see the signs and to help the men who are at risk of being afflicted by this demonic entity. Help them fight it, eradicate it, uproot it, wherever it might be lurking on the internet, in Hollywood, because we all know Hollywood. We know. Now it's coming to light what's going on in Hollywood. Wherever these satanic influences might be coming from, let us call a spade and call it out and end child trafficking together, because this appetite for children is a disease, and it's gotta go. Anyway, this as you can tell, I'm very emotional about this, but like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks to all the new subscribers. I see you. I love you. We are in this together. We are going to change the planet. So thank you again to all the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and support this channel. It is free, $99. We're going to help a lot of people out with this channel together. I post videos almost every day. I'm getting there. But thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.